Hey there. Today's daily stoic is the seven rules, which I mean to simplify it, it's choice. Identify choices that you have. Identify the goal that you have. Identify um gosh, I forget there's seven of them, but I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen to this one a few more times. But basically the understanding is anything that doesn't rely within those seven choices has to be seen as unnecessary influence. You know, make the choices of what you want to do, identify your future goals and the things you need to do to get there and the things you need to do to succeed. Um, and then after that, you have to be able to identify future problems, prepare for future problems, and be okay with outcomes that are not exactly as intended, and to be able to accept the fact that things may go differently, but you need to accept those things indifferently. So that way it's just like mild annoyances. So today's, I realized, is basically a summing up of everything we went through day one up till now. So basically it's just every day up till now it was one of those individual aspects of the seven rules to building a stoic mind, and it's basically summing up everything that we've gone through up till now. So I guess that means that for today's lesson what you really need to do is to just apply everything that's already been done and just meditate on the last 7 days of material and work on applying it to your essence, to your life. And so, for example, yesterday I had scheduled to get my first COVID vaccine shot. I woke up nervous all day. I get there to get my shot, and I sit down, get all the paperwork done, and I was like, hold on, like, why? I need a minute because I'm so nervous that if it was 50-50. At any moment I could have just ran out. But what I ended up doing was I said, hold on, I need to ground myself. Like, why am I afraid of a future that's doesn't exist and statistically will not exist? That is not logical. That is not keeping my emotions in check and keeping them tamed, Excuse me. So what I did was I said, look, I'm going to walk around the store like a few times. I'm just going to ground myself and focus on my breathing, and I'm going to logic think through this. So I get up, I'm walking around the store. The first lap, my anxiety goes from a 10 to a 7. And I'm like I said, I think there is no reason for me to feel like this. Getting the vaccine is within my control. What happens afterwards statistically will be fine. I mean, and there's no reason for me to think otherwise besides irrational fear. And I must tame my fear because literally fear and anger comes from the unknown, a situation that doesn't come out the way that we had intended. So I realized I was intending for things to come out bad. You always prepare for the worst, but you accept it. And then when things are any better than that, it's automatically a bonus. And so I had to allow myself to accept it. I sat down, I breathed after I walked. The lady came out and says, "Are you ready for your shot?" I said, "Yes." She came over. She says, "Which arm?" "Right arm." Rubbed a little alcohol pad. Boom, boom. 2 seconds, it was done. Not even that. Just like that. Then she said to sit there for 15 minutes. And I sat there. And At that point, I felt relieved and nervous at the same time. But I said, "What happens will happen." And that was that. So it was nerve-wracking, but ultimately, I'm glad I did it. Today, my right arm is sore, and I'm achy all over. I'm a little sore actually. My right arm is very sore, but my whole body is a little sore. All my muscles got a little bit of tinge to them. But that's about it. But so I yeah, I enjoyed. I mean, I'm glad I did it. This Delta variant is dangerous, more dangerous than the original, and it's killing young people as well as old. And what really signed the deal for me to get the vaccine is, watching footage of people on ventilators begging for the vaccine, and like the nurse is telling them that it's too late. It's at this point it wouldn't be able to help you. You know, so seeing that's kind of an eye opener, and it's like, God, we can't control whether or not we can eliminate factors that can control the likelihood of us getting COVID, but we can't completely control whether or not we will actually get the virus. But what you can do is control whether or not you're going to have antibodies for it when it happens. And so I made the choice to let my body have the best chance it possibly could. And I conquered my fear, and I proceeded forward. So today's video is going to be a little shorter. That's what... Excuse me. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Darth Blint. May your chains be broken.